And joining me now on the Drive Time podcast is new Dolphins wide receiver Will Fuller. Will, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining me today.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I'm happy to be in Miami. Just touched down. Enjoying my day. Having a great time over here.
I've been joking with your other new teammates here on the Free Agency podcast. Are you getting lost at all in the building? Because I know that maze upstairs it's kind of hard to navigate.
Yeah, it is tough, especially being in a new building. I'm just following somebody right now, so I'm gonna have to get used to it myself. But I'll catch on quick. I'm gonna be up there talking to the coaches a lot, so I'm gonna catch on quick.
Yeah, you figured it out pretty quickly. I mean, hey, if you can navigate the National Football League, you can navigate our hallways up there. But we'll have a new building in a few months, so maybe that won't be a worry no more. I've been asking, the same question here with your teammates, like I mentioned. I just want to get a feel for like what football means to you. Like, obviously being a professional football player, it's brought you a lot of things in life, and you've been playing for a long time, obviously. But in your words, what does football mean to you, Will?
Man, football means everything to me. I've been playing since I was 7. It's been something that I've been passionate about ever since I started playing. My parents got me into, a lot of different sports growing up, and then once I got to football, it just stuck for the rest of my life. So it's just something that I've been real passionate about, and been something that it's something that I love to do. So I enjoy playing football, and I'm so happy to be in Miami. So I'm excited to get going over here.
And you mentioned coming down to Miami, and we spoke a little bit off air about reuniting with Coach Godsey, the co-offensive coordinator here in Miami. He was with you in Houston under that same position as offensive coordinator there when you first arrived, I believe. What was that relationship like with Coach Godsey? Have you had a chance to meet up with him again? And are you guys excited about that reuniting?
Yeah, so the relationship, I can say it was a little different when I was a rookie. I was just all ears, listening to everything he had to say, writing everything down. Now it's more of like I would say a professional relationship. It's a lot more, professional relationship now. But I love Godsey. I can't wait to play for him.
So you mentioned Coach Godsey, and you're here under head coach Brian Flores. Obviously, I'm curious to get outsiders' opinions. What have you heard about Coach from around the league and his reputation around the league? And now, how does that measure up to now that you've met Coach? Like, where does that how do you measure what Coach's reputation is based upon or compared to now that you've met him?
Yeah, so Miami is new for me. Coach Flo is new for me. I met him today, but everything I heard about him has been great. I know a few guys who knew of him, and it was all great. Great words. Brandon Cooks knows him. He one of my best friends. All good words. And then I met him today, and everything that I could ask for in a head coach. He was cool. Talking to me. A respectable guy, and I can tell him it's going to be a guy that I want to go and work for every day.
And, one of the things that I've been most excited about looking at some of your tape, Will, and going back over last season, man, you were tough to cover last year. I wanted to ask you, what was the key to the breakout season where, through 11 games, 8 touchdowns, almost 900 yards, a bunch of big plays? What was your key to your big breakout season last year?
To be honest, Brandon Cooks, he changed my career for real. He put me on game on really how to take care of your body. Do it the right way. And I basically just took his workout regimen and using it for myself, and it's doing great for me. So I just took that to the next level this year, and I'm excited to see what the season holds for me and the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I know it gets hot in Houston, so you probably had a chance to drop some sweat there, but you'll get plenty of opportunities down here in training camp, man. It gets really, really hot. One of the things we do here on Drive Time is we like talking about the X's and O's, and I saw a tweet from a guy that he charts receiver routes, and he showed your route tree last year, and you had high success rates on pretty much every single route in the route tree. How would you say you've kind of developed your entire route tree as a pro, and how has it benefited you at this point of your career?
Yeah, this is something that I've been, route running, like I said, I'm real passionate about football, so this is something that I've been working on my whole life. So, people don't believe me when I say this, but I haven't always been fast. So I worked on my craft when I was a little slower in high school, so when I got the speed, it made everything a lot easier.
So one of those things I would imagine that you sharpened up was your release arsenal, right? Because I watch you, whether it's a cushion, press, whether they're just mirroring. Man, you're tough to press the line. How have you worked on that release arsenal, and how important is that to playing receiver?
Yeah, that just comes with experience and like I said, DBs they're gonna get out of there if you have any type of speed. So and then being physical too. That's something that I've added to my game. And working out and getting something specific for me and getting stronger from my body, and just being more physical on the releases. I think has helped me a lot too. Not just using always speed, but being physical and catching them off guard.
Yeah, there was a game I watched last night when we got the news, Will, that you were playing the Lions and this guy came up and pressed you, and by 3 yards into the route, you had already had like 5 yards of separation. I was blown away by that, man. It's fun to watch. Another guy fun to watch here on this Dolphins team is your new quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. Have you had a chance to talk to Tua at all? And what's your impression of your new quarterback here?
So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to play with Tua. He's young and explosive. I didn't get a chance to really watch him play in the NFL, but I watched him a lot in college. But I mean, we just exchanged numbers. We're gonna start talking and try to get some times to start throwing and get that timing going down. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, you talk about timing. Is that the number one key for hitting on deep balls? Because again, going back to your tape and watching how much of a big play machine you have been in your career and really last year, is the key to that deep ball and the report on that just repetition and timing and chemistry?
Yeah, definitely. You definitely got to get those reps in, and then you just got to want it. You got to be able to go get it. It's one thing to say repetition and getting open, but it's another thing when the ball's in the air in a live game and you got to go track it down. So tracking the ball is something else that I've been working on. It's probably one of the more difficult things to do, but I've been working on it, and tracking that deep ball probably one of the more important things when it's in the air.
Yeah, 4 plays of 40 or more yards last year, man. Again, I can't speak highly enough about how much fun that is to watch on tape. We're going to finish up with one more question here, and this is away from the football field. And I've had this question for the previous free agents that have been in that chair previously. And one of your teammates, I think it was Justin Coleman, was into Magic. Bernardrick McKinney, who you obviously know, is a big gamer. I want to know if there's one thing away from the football field that fans might not know about you that they have to know about you. What's one thing that you're really into when it comes to away from the football field?
Oh man, I have a lot of hobbies. Like outside of football, I do a lot of different things. Whether it's training my dogs, I like training my dogs. So I actually hired a guy to train my dog, but I'm learning from him and I'm doing it, with him as we go through it. And then just like B-Mac, I love playing the game. I'm real competitive, so I hate losing. I don't think anybody can beat me in Madden or 2K. So we're gonna see what some of the guys got on the team, but. Fishing, I like fishing. I picked up that hobby last year during the off season, during COVID, had a lot of off time, real relaxing, go out there, catch some fish, cook them up, but that's about it. Just, a little hobbies about myself.
That's quite a lot. You're going to catch on quick in that receivers room because I know Jakeem and Devontae are huge 2K fans, and they will never admit that the other can beat the other, so they're always competitive that way. And then also Preston Williams has a little French bulldog that he's in love with too, so there's your dog company right there, man.
Yeah.
Will Fuller, new Dolphins receiver, I appreciate your time today, man. I know you've been busy and been through a lot. I appreciate you doing this with me, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.